Hello students. So as we have discussed in the previous lecture, we were discussing about the calculation of the APF, that is atomic packing factor. We have seen that one for a simple cubic structure, a face centered cubic structure and a body centered cubic structure. So moving on, so next thing we have a atomic packing factor for a hexagon closed packet system. So again, what is the APF? So APF is a volume of atoms divided by volume of a unit cell. So the volume of atoms can be written as a number of atoms into volume of each atom, which can be written as a year. When it comes to the HCP, that is a hexagon closed pack system, so we have seen there are 6 effective number of atoms, that is 3 at the center which are not shared by any of the unit cell, and 2 at each face shared by 2 unit cells. So 2 into 1 by 2, so 3 plus 1 is a 4. Then 12 atoms at each corner shared by 6 atoms, that is 12 divided by 6. So 2 total, there are 6 effective number of atoms, and the volume of atom is 4 by 3 pi r cube, and here it is a hexagon closed pack system. So volume of a unit cell is a different. So in the previous all the 3, it was a volume of unit cell is a cube, but here volume of a unit cell, that is hexagon closed packed, it will be one hexagon face. So one hexagon face is consisting of 6 equilateral triangles. Okay, so 6 equilateral triangles. So we can see here, so the 6 equilateral triangles are there, and area 6 into area of each triangle into height of the HCP. So here area of a hexagon face into height of the hexagon face. So how area of the hexagon face is a area of a triangle into 6. So where is the triangle? So here is the triangle. If you consider any one triangle, there are 6 triangles. So if you consider any one triangle, so if you find the area of that one multiplied by 6 will give the area of a hexagon. To find the volume, that is into height of the hexagon face. Where is the height? Height is this one, that is a C. Okay. So how to find the area of a triangle? So you can see it here. So area of a triangle is equal to half into B into H, that is a base into height. So the base is a, so we have written it here A. So H is the height, we need to find that one. Okay, so H is the height of this one. So if I take a H here, in between that one, middle of that one, okay, so H will be equal to, okay, so this H, A and A by 2 will be like a right angle triangle. So H will be equal to A square plus A by 2 whole square, that is nothing but A square divided by 4. So H will be equal to under the root A square plus A square divided by 4. So that will be equal to A into under root 3 divided by 2. So 4 will come out, A will come out, and 3 will be under the root. So you will find out H is equal to A into under root 3 divided by 2. So we can write area of a triangle will be equal to, okay, so B into H divided by 2, A H divided by 2, that is equal to half into, so B is nothing but A, that is the base, and H is nothing but A root 3 divided by 2. Okay. So now the area of a hexagon will be equal to 6 into the area of a triangle, that is a square root 3 divided by 4. So which we are going to get it from here. Okay. So this is what is the area of a hexagon. So to find the volume of a hexagon face, the area of a hexagon face into the height, that is a C. Okay. So where is the C? C is here. Okay. So C is the height of the hexagon. So how to find the C? So C, it will be given in the question. So take C by A ratio is equal to 1.633. Okay, so when they say C by A ratio, so C will be equal to 1.633 A. So that is directly substituted here. Okay, so that is the volume of a hexagon face. So once you find the volume of a hexagon face, okay, again taking this APF, so 6 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, so similar to this one, and so 6 here. Okay, so area of a triangle, so we have found 6 into a square root 3 divided by 4, okay, so into 1.633 a. Okay, so directly we have taken that one as a cube. So ultimately we will get a 6.4 by 3 pi r cube. So here, so instead of a, so we are expressing the a in terms of a r. So you can see it here, a is equal to 2r. Or else, if this is a means, here you will find there are two atoms. There will be two atoms like this. Okay, so one of a same size. So till year to year it's a 1 r, and till year to year it's a 1 more r. So that is what is a 2r. Okay, so that is 2r whole cube. So this r cube will get cancelled, and if you are going to calculate the value, so you are going to get a 0.74. So now if you observe here, so the atomic packing factor for a simple cube, that is for a BCC and FCC, so we know like this is a 52, this is a 68, this is 74, and here also this is a 74, means the atomic packing factor for HCP and FCC will remain same, that is a 74%, remaining 26% will be like a free void. Okay, okay, so we'll get a 0.74 just to have a revision. So APF for a hexagon close packed can be written as a 6, that is effective number of atoms as a 6. So 6 can be calculated like a, so 12 into 1 by 6, 2 into 1 by 2 plus 3, and volume of a unit cell can be calculated into 6 into area of a triangle into height of the hexagon. So area can be calculated using this formula, that is half into b into h. So h can be calculated taking a right angle triangle, and so here C by A will be given as a 1.633. So by substituting all these things, by expressing A in terms of R, you will get a 0.74. Now the thing is, so how to calculate that C by A ratio as a 1.633? Many a times that question is also asked for a 6 marks. Either they may ask directly by giving a C by A ratio as a 1.633. If not, they can ask like show the height of a HCP to the base of a HCP, that is C by A ratio as a 1.633. So to calculate that one, so we can consider the whole hexagon closed packed system. Okay, so already we have discussed this one. So 6 atoms and 1 atom at the center. So same 6 atoms, 1 atom at the center, and here so there are 3 atoms which are at a center, 1, 2 and 3. So this atom is exactly at the center of this triangle. So already we have seen in the previous slide. So these are 6 equilateral triangles. Okay, so how exactly it is visible, you can see it here. So there are 6 equilateral triangles. So we are going to just consider one equilateral triangle like this, and this is the center where we can find this atom. Okay, so this atom is exactly at the midpoint of the height. So we are going to take that one as a C by 2. So again to see that one, so clearly, so we can take one triangle. Okay, just a one triangle, that is a ABO. So ABO, and this is a median which you are going to drop it here, and this is the atom which is similar to here. Okay, so C to the x is nothing but a C by 2. So this height from here to here is nothing but a C by 2. Okay, so half of the height of the hexagon. So this will be like again an hypotenuse, and whenever we are going to talk about an equilateral triangle, so the angle included here, here and here, it's a 60 degree. Okay, and whenever we are going to drop any median, so the angle subtended here and here are equal, and it will be equal to the 30 degree. Okay, that you have to keep in mind. Okay, just we are going to take an equilateral triangle and an height of c by 2, and from there you are going to drop like a slant edge, which you have seen it in the pyramid. Okay. Okay. So this is you need to remember. So again, how that will be visible here? So just again we are considering the one equilateral triangle. So you can see the equilateral triangle like this. Okay. So from the center, that is a x. So this is the height, that is c by 2, what we have seen. Okay. And from each this one, so this will be acting like a center of the equilateral triangle. Okay. So now to see it here, so first thing, so we are going to consider the right angle triangle, that is A dash AB. So where is A dash B? So by dropping a median here, so we'll get the midpoint of the OB. Okay. So by considering this one, so we can write cos 30 will be equal to A dash divided by AB, that is adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So adjacent will be A dash and the hypotenuse will be AB. So we are going to write this one. So this is a simple one. So A dash can be written as AB cos 30. So AB is nothing but a. Okay, that's a lattice parameter. Okay, one side of the hexagon. So AB is nothing but a. So that is what we have taken here. Okay, cos 30 is the root 3 by 2. Now, but AX is a 2 by third of a dash. Okay, so where is AX? So from here to here. So this one. Okay, so from here to here we say it's an height. So from the tip, so this will be 2 by third of h, and from here to here it's a 1 by 3. Okay, so this we know where exactly the centroid of a triangle is lying means it's a 2 by third from the tip and 1 by third from the base. Okay, so according to that one, so we have taken AX, this AX is nothing but a 2 by third of a dash. So a dash is nothing but a root 3 by 2. So into 2 by 3 is nothing but we are going to get a root 3, that is a divided by root 3 we are going to get. Okay, so AX, so from here to here, so AX is nothing but root 3 divided by 2. Okay, so now consider a triangle AXC. Where is AXC? AXC. In the previous one we have calculated what is AX. AX is nothing but a root a divided by root 3. So if you consider AXC, so AC is a hypotenuse. So AC square will be equal to AX square plus CX square. Okay. So what is the AC? AC is nothing but one lattice parameter, that is A. Okay. So AX we have calculated in the previous one, A divided by root 3, and CX is nothing but C by 2, that is a midpoint of the height, whatever we said in the previous one. Okay. So A square will be equal to A by root 3 whole square plus C by 2 whole square. Okay. So now by taking this one, now A square will be equal to A square divided by 3 plus C square divided by 4. So by just rearranging all the terms, so we are going to get C by A will be equal to root 8 divided by 3. That is nothing but 1.633. Okay. So that's how exactly we can show the ratio. Okay. They will ask like show that C by A ratio for a HCP is 1.633. Okay. Just you need to remember this one equilateral triangle and the height from here to here. Okay. So all these edges will be equal to A, and this is also A. So if you take it from here to here, it's an A. Okay. By considering the equilateral triangle, okay, from here to here and from here to here, just find out. It's a simple Pythagoras theorem where you can find each edge of that one and substituting in that right angle triangle formula. So easily you will find the C by A ratio as 1.633. So easily you will get 6 marks. Okay. So that's how exactly we are going to calculate the C by A ratio as a 1.633. So till here, so there are 4 important questions. One is define APF, that is atomic packing factor, calculate the APF for a simple cube, or calculate the APF for a body centered cube, or calculate the APF for a face centered cube, or calculate the APF for a HCP, that is a hexagon closed packed system. Okay. And the fourth one is show that C by A ratio for a HCP is 1.633. Okay. So in all these questions you need to write a proper 2D sketches. Okay. So wherever you are going to take the reference, you need to define what is APF, then you need to write a sketch from where you are going to express A in terms of A, and you have to write what are the effective number of atoms, then substitute everything and calculate the percentage, and ultimately in the last sentence you write the APF, that is atomic packing factor for a given crystal, is so much percentage, and remaining percentage is a free space, Okay. So by taking these references, so we are going to have a few numericals. So where the first one is something like this. Okay, so you can just note it down like aluminium crystallizes in a FCC structure with a lattice parameter of a 0.405 nanometer. So nanometer means 10 power of minus 9 meters. So calculate the atomic radius. So here the lattice parameter is nothing but A. It's a A. Okay, so A they have given it's a 405 nanometer, and you need to find what is a R. Okay, that is what I said. So the relationship between A and R are very important. Even this can be asked in any competitive exams also. Okay, at that time you need to remember how the A and R are related. So now here the important thing to be noted is FCC. Okay, so what is FCC? So for a FCC, so there are 8 atoms at each corner. So if I take a simple cube like this, okay, so here, and here, and here, and one more atom at the face here. Okay, so whenever you are going to express A in terms of R, so we are going to take a diagonal which is passing like this, and like this. So this is A, so this is A, and this one is 4R. So now easily you can write A square plus A square will be equal to 4R whole square. 4R whole square, or you can write 2A square will be equal to 4R. So this will be under the root. So A will come out, A under root 2 will be equal to R. Okay, that is a 4R. So we can write R will be equal to root 2A divided by 4. Okay, so this is the ratio. So substitute the A, given A here, easily we will get R in terms of Newton meter. So that's how exactly. Okay, so these are the basic things which are needed in order to calculate the relationship between A and R. Okay, so we'll see how exactly we are going to calculate this one. So whenever we are going to solve the problem, okay, first thing is you need to note down what are the things they have given. First thing is important is it's an FCC structure, and the lattice parameter is 405 nanometer, that is 405 into 10 power of minus 9 meters. So what to find? We have to find the atomic radius, that is we need to find R. Okay, so how exactly the FCC is visible now? Okay, so as already I said, so this is the direction in which there is a closed packed systems. Okay, so this is A, so this is A. So A square plus A square will be equal to 4R whole square, R else. So we are going to get okay, 4R will be equal to root 2A, root 2A. So you can write so FCC 4R divided by root 2. Okay, so we can write R will be equal to A into root 2 divided by 4. Substitute the given value of A in that one. So you are going to get R will be equal to 43 angstrom unit. Okay, so this is written as A dash. So this already we have seen in the physics classes. Okay, so where we are going to write, or we are going to express the units of a lattice parameter and a radius in terms of a angstrom unit. Okay, or else you can show it in a Newton meter also. So many times they will ask directly like express the value in terms of a angstrom unit. Okay, very simple numerical. This will be asked for a 4 marks. Okay, but only the thing is this you need to remember. So how to express the A in terms of a R. Okay, understood? So moving on, so we'll take up the one more problem. Okay, so here a tantalum at 20 degrees Celsius is a BCC and has a radius of 0.143 nanometer. Okay, so calculate the lattice parameter. So here what they have given, so they have given a R. Okay, R. So we need to find what is A. Okay, and here clearly we can see the BCC structure. Okay, so this is A, this is a root 2A and this is a root 3A. Okay, so this root 3A is nothing but a 4R. Okay, so from here to here it's a 4R. So 4R will be equal to root 3A. Okay, 4R will be equal to root 3A. Or else what you can write? You can write 4R whole square will be equal to root 2A whole square plus A square. Okay, so this will be equal to 2A square plus A square, or else this can be written as 3A square. Okay, so when you remove the root, it will be root 3 into A, or if you move the 4 here, it is a root 3 divided by 4 into A. So easily we can remember R will be equal to root 3 A divided by 4. Okay, or else A will be equal to 4R divided by root 3. Okay, so whichever you feel easy, you can just remember that one. Okay, so just to proceed again. So what are the things they have given? It's a BCC structure, important one, and they have given a radius. Okay, what to find? We need to find out what is the A. So how to correlate the A and R? So you have to draw a simple sketch this one, and we can write A will be equal to 4R divided by root 3, and it's a simple one. Substitute the R, so we will get the A in terms of a nanometer. Okay, a simple one again for a 4 marks, or in a competitive exams you will get it for a 2 marks. Okay, so the next question, it's calculating the density of a material. Okay, so again a very important one. So where we see a copper as a FCC structure with a radius as a 0.1278. So calculate its density given atomic weight is a 63.54 and Avogadro's number is a 6.6023 into 10 power of 24. Okay, so this is how exactly we can note down. So what are all the things they have given? They have given a R. Okay, they have given a atomic weight A, and they have given a Avogadro's number, that is a N into A. Okay, so how we will see by taking the given data. So they have given FCC structure, and they have given a R, they have given a atomic weight, and they have given a Avogadro's number. Okay, so what to find? We need to find the density. So how to find the density? Okay, so there is a formula. Okay, so rho will be equal to small n into A divided by P into Na. Okay, so where so n is nothing but a effective number of atoms in a unit cell. Already we know how to calculate. So if we take a FCC, the effective number of atoms will be equal to 1 by 8 into 8 plus 6 into 1 by 2, that is nothing but a 4. and a volume of a unit cell. So volume of a unit cell here it's a cube, okay, because it's a cube, so we'll write a cube. So Na is nothing but a Avogadro's number, so already they have given that one as a 0.6023 into 10 power of a 24. And next one they have given a atomic weight, that is nothing but a. So now you got a N, so you got a, so we need to find what is V. So they have directly given Na. Only the thing is you need to find out what is a V. So V will be equal to a cube, will be equal to a cube, but here they have given R, okay. So we need to express a in terms of R and we need to find what is a V, then substitute here and calculate the rho, okay. So here very important thing is you need to be very cautious about the units, okay. So N into 63.54 into V 0.602. So how to calculate the N here? So for a FCC it's a N is equal to 4. So V is equal to a cube. For FCC it is a in terms of R is nothing but a is equal to 4R divided by root 2. So you will get a 0.361 Newton meter. So from that one you can easily calculate what is a V. So you need to drop that one in a centimeter cube, okay. Normally you will get it in a meter, you need to find out that one with the meter cube, okay. So once you find out the V, okay, so V known, N known, so everything is known here. So now substitute everything here. So 4a, okay, so this is a V what we found in a centimeter cube and this is a Avogadro's number. So you will get 8.97. So 8.97 gram per centimeter cube. So whenever it is with the gram, so it should be in the centimeter cube, and whenever it is in the meter, it should be in a kg per meter cube. So only you should be very cautious with the units, okay. So whenever they give the units, so make sure that all the things are in a same unit, okay. So till here, so it's a small part, that is a unit 1 in the module number 1. So what are all the things we have discussed till here? It's a basic crystal structure and finding the coordination number, finding the effective number of atoms in a unit cell, and calculating the APF for a different unit cells, okay. And just a few numericals based on a relationship between a lattice parameter and atomic radius and calculating the density. So either here you will get the one APF derivation or one simple numerical for a 6 to 8 marks, okay.